Hello and welcome to the first of 4 educational series brought to you by the Berks County Area Agency on Aging. My name is Ann Barlet. I'm the Manager of Community Outreach and Education for the agency. Our first series is on retirement planning, and we have 4 segments, and today's segment is on understanding Social Security benefits upon retirement. And this has been something that I'm looking forward to. It's a little down the road, but I really think that this is important for us in preparation for retirement, so we understand what we need to do and the timing of everything, so we have that smooth transition. My guests today are Katherine Walsh and Jason Fama with the Social Security Administration. So thank you, Katherine and Jason, for being here. I really appreciate it today, and I think we've got some really important information as part of the retirement planning series. So as we're looking ahead, and I'm probably retiring before you two.
Thank you for having us, Ann.
So thanks. What I want to just start right in is really in preparation. And I'm hoping that there will be retirement benefits from Social Security. So please clarify for us all the confusion of how do I qualify for retirement benefits?
Sure. To be insured for retirement, you have to earn wages or self-employment by paying into Social Security taxes. You need 40 quarters of coverage, that's what we call it, to be eligible for Social Security retirement. Each quarter of coverage, you can earn 4 in 1 calendar year, and in this year, a quarter of coverage is $1,200. So this year, if you earn $4,800 working and paying into Social Security taxes, you would be eligible for retirement when your retirement age came. So as early as 62 years old, you can apply for retirement benefits.
So that's what the 40 quarters then would equal.
Right.
Okay.
Right. As long as it's about 10 years of significant work.
Okay. Okay. All right. So far, so good. I'm on my way. So because we're looking at retirement planning, then what can I do to prepare to receive or for those retirement benefits?
Okay, well, I'll take that question too. Social Security cannot advise anyone on when to retire. That's your own personal choice. So you want to make sure that you know your own life and what you're looking for and kind of planning ahead. You can register online for a My Social Security account. These are safe, secure accounts where you can go online and you can kind of play around with a retirement calculator, your estimator, saying, if I retired at 62, how much would I get? If I waited till 66, how much would I get? What about 70 years old? You'd be able to plug your numbers in based with your earnings record. You're also able to check your earnings record to make sure that we have all of your years of
that earnings. We actually met that qualifier.
Right, exactly. So you'd be able to see all of those items online, and just to make sure that we have all your earnings and that you're ready to retire when you want to.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad you told us about that My Social Security account and being able to do that, because I've got friends who have said, my goal, my aim is to retire at 59 and a half or 60. Others say, well, I'm going at 62. And yet I work with other folks who are going, I'm going to work forever because there's no way I can retire. Or, we're reading in the newspaper about 70, that the goal kind of is being moved up, that we want to go to even higher. So it's good to know that I can kind of sit down and look at that as I plan and go, okay, well, here's where I think. So probably leads then, I guess, to a next question. If I'm planning on that, when then can I file? How does that differ? When can I file for retirement benefits?
I'd like to take this one in.
Okay.
You can file for retirement benefits as early as age 62.
Okay.
That benefit would be reduced for age. Your benefit would be unreduced for age if you were to wait until you reach what we deem to be your full retirement age. Full retirement age would give you an unreduced benefit from Social Security based on your work and earnings.
Okay.
One thing that I just want to touch base on, Katherine had spoke about earning $1,200 to make one credit, or $4,800 for the year to make 4 credits under Social Security. You have to pay Social Security tax on that work and earning. We look at work and earning, we look at wages or self-employment, and you have to pay into Social Security. Let's say, for example, you have self-employment and you may have high gross income, but you claim a net loss from self-employment. You may not pay any Social Security tax on your work and earnings. You may have business expenses and write-offs. If you didn't pay into Social Security, you may not have those 10 years of work. So that's very important.
Okay.
At age 62, your benefits are reduced for age. We have a fabulous handout at Social Security. It's called Understanding the Benefits. And a lot of what we talk about today is in this handout.
Okay.
On page 9 of this handout, there is a full retirement age chart. If you're born between 1943...
And hold on, I think we have a graphic,
yes.
don't we, Jason? I think
Yes.
we have a graphic. Thank you, if we can get that up.
That's exactly the chart that's on page 9 of the handout, Understanding
Okay.
the Benefits. If you're born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement age is 66. At 66, your benefit is unreduced for age.
Okay.
For every month you file early, you're losing 0.5% to your benefit. So you could look at this another
Okay.
way. Each month you wait
Uh-huh.
between age 62 and 66, your benefit would go up approximately 0.5% or 5 ninths of 1% for each month you wait between 62 and your full retirement age.
And so on the chart tells us, and forgive me because it's a little too far away from me to read. So help me here, Jason. So basically that chart indicates the year I was born and then what full retirement
Yes.
age would be. So I'm not going to tell you where I would be on that.
And this gets a little
But-
confusing because Congress amended the law to make a sliding scale for full retirement age. It used to be the full retirement age for everyone was age 65.
Right. Yeah.
There is now a sliding scale so that if you're born in 1941, it's 65 and 8 months. If you're born, say, after 1960, full retirement age is now 67.
And so here's my next question on that. So let's say somewhere on there I see myself, and I know according to that what you would tell me is the full retirement age. And what happens is there a benefit, more money to wait till another year or two beyond that full retirement?
Yes.
Okay.
There are a multitude of factors that come into play here.
Okay.
There is another provision for something called delayed retirement credit.
Oh.
Delayed retirement credit has nothing to do with your work and earnings. It's merely an increase to your benefit for delaying filing up to age 70. Right now,
Okay.
between age 66 and 70, your benefit would go up approximately 8% a year just for delaying filing. Now, there are some other things to consider. These are things that we will not help you with at the Social Security Administration because you have to evaluate your own lifestyle and
Sure.
make your own decision. But things that you may want to think about. Life expectancy, okay? Return on investment, your own liquidity, okay? Do you need the money now? Do you want to take it later? Could you invest the money and do better? We just want you to know that you have the option to take delayed retirement credit.
Good. I'm glad you said that because, we just had that little bit of a flurry yesterday, and so I'm already thinking I can't wait to retire and take the winter months to a warm climate. So now I know if I want to wait a little longer, I may have a little bit more money to do so. All righty. So now I have an idea of how I can play and the ideas of how I benefit and where I earn that. So I guess my next thing is then how do I apply for the benefits?
Sure. Well, the most popular way to apply for benefits is applying online at our website at www.socialsecurity.gov. You can also call your local office, which would be the Reading field office for Berks County, and you can either set up a telephone appointment or an in-office appointment. Now, the nice thing about filing online is that actually we get it the next day. So a claims representative in your office is checking that application the day after you file it, which is they'll contact you if they have any questions or to make sure that all the information's correct. If you indicated that you needed more information on your application, we'll get back in touch with you.
Okay, so I can, if I went to the www.socialsecurity.gov, and could I print out an application so I can kind of look at it and prepare and then still maybe schedule a meeting if I feel more comfortable doing that?
Well, the other nice thing about applying online is you can save in the middle of your application. You can get started if there's a question that you're not sure about and you have to check something, maybe want to come back to it a few days later. You're absolutely able to save and print your progress. And then the other nice thing is you can also check your application status, just making sure that it got processed. You'll have a re-entry number.
There would be a response?
Yes, you'll kind of be able to track it online and see, where it is in the process.
And I don't know, do we have a graphic on that, on that discussion?
Yes,
is there
we do have a graphic on filing for benefits. This is where you would see our retirement benefits, and then the button below it says apply for retirement benefits. That was all you need to do to get started. It's mostly biographical information. We'll be asking about prior marriages. We'll be asking about children, which is something I believe we're going to get to in a little bit, talking about who else can get retirement benefits. And the nice thing about this application is it really does screen you for every benefit that Social Security offers, so you don't have to, proactively think, well, I need to tell them about that because they're going to miss that that benefit. We'll take care of making sure that you're getting every benefit you deserve.
Or worry about leaving something accidentally off, that I didn't think about.
Right.
Okay.
And the whole point of that initial application is to find out if you are potentially eligible for any other benefits. There are things that we may need to see, for example, tax returns, a birth certificate, a marriage license. If we need to see those type of things, that'll come up during the application process. And then a claims representative would contact you and let you know that we have some outstanding issues and we're going to need to see some documentation. We may not need anything. You may have everything in order and we may be able to process your claim automatically.
Terrific. Okay. So I guess the next thing was we're all thinking that, hopefully when we perhaps stop working, and apply for our Social Security benefits. But what if we want to continue working or change working? I mentioned earlier I work with some guys at a part-time job I have, and a lot of the guys are retirement age and probably collecting Social Security but working part-time, I'm guessing. So can you still work and receive then the retirement benefits?
Yes, you can, Ann. And this ties in very closely to your retirement age. Once you hit full retirement age, you can work and earn as much money as you like. There is no limit to what you can earn.
Oh, all right.
You have hit what we deem to be your full retirement based on age. It will not matter if you're working or not, if you are full retirement age. If you're under full retirement age, there's a limit to what you can earn.
Okay.
And it is the claimant's duty to give us an estimate of what they're going to earn, and we will pay you based on that estimate. At the end of the year, we'll see what you actually made, and we'll make any necessary adjustments. But you have to be able to give us an accurate reflection of what you're going to earn up until full retirement age. Now, at age 62, the earliest possible point you could be eligible for a Social Security benefit, there is an annual earnings test that we can use. Right now, you could earn $15,480 for the year. Anything over $15,480 gross, we would have to hold $1 out of your Social Security benefit for every $2 you earn.
Wow. Okay.
That limit will possibly change next year in 2015. I don't know if there is going to be a change in that limit. Some years it has gone up, some years it has stayed the same.
Okay.
So I just want you to understand that there is a limit.
Okay.
In the year you attain full retirement age, let's say, for example, you're born in 1948, you're going to be 66 this year. There is a limit until you physically attain 66, but it is a modified test. the earnings limit jumps up significantly. This year it's $41,400
Wow.
from January 1st until your birthday, till you attain full retirement age. Anything over $41,400, we'd hold $1 from your Social Security for every $3 you earn. So for example, if you're going to be 66 on tax day, April 15th, you would have an earnings limit from January 1st until April.
Okay.
And then effective with your 66th birthday, earn as much money as you like.
Okay.
One time we can use a modified earnings test where we would do a monthly breakdown of what you could work and earn
Wow.
instead of looking at your income for the entire year. When would we do this? Usually we do this in the year that you retire. Why would we do this, Ann? Let's say, for example, you had significant earnings. You had six-figure income, and you're going to retire.
We can say that.
Let's say you turn 62 in November and you're going to retire, but from January to October you made $100,000. Obviously, you're well over the earnings limit and you wouldn't be due any Social Security benefits. Because you had a reduction in income, we could use a monthly breakdown. And as long as you're under $1,290 for the month, you would be due a Social Security check. How did I get $1,290? I did 15,480 divided by 12.
Okay.
Okay, so, but we can only do that once. Excluding that one-time monthly earnings test, we have to look at your income for the entire year.
Okay.
And the same type of rule
And
applies
obviously
at
then that
66.
says that it's very individual.
Right.
You know, so sometimes we are out there comparing benefits with each other. And obviously it is so different because it depends on when we did decide to retire, what age, which affects that, and then also what you just explained with some of the income and that kind of thing. So I think the best is to really make contact with you folks and be able to sit down and discuss it and really understand, you know, all the details about you as the individual. Let's move on. So Katherine mentioned about, you talked about children and you talked about spouse and other things. So obviously that leads me into the question of, you know, who other people getting benefits, and I'm not sure I understand that. So other folks get benefits that I get. How does that work? And who is that? Are there other benefits?
I'd like to
Do you
take
want to
that
take
one,
that one,
Kat.
Jason? Okay.
There is a broad spectrum of people that may be eligible for Social Security benefits.
Okay.
Children may be eligible for benefits. If they are under 18,
Okay.
19 in high school, disabled before the age of 22, a spouse may be eligible for benefits. A divorced spouse